Good morning, everyone. Thank you for popping either in the live stream as it goes along for the 10 minutes or so this will be going on, or on the recordings in perpetuity in the future. Jay Cleveland Payne here, coming to you live simultaneously on the Jay Cleveland Payne Facebook page and Jay Cleveland page. Sounds weird doing the, the third person, but that's what it is. And today we've got a lot of things going on this first Monday of the new year of the calling it for 20. Congratulations on make 6 days in doesn't get congratulations on that. Thank you so much for being here with us here, and hopefully you have great plans, great things going to happen for this day. If not, it is only 8:43. Probably have plenty of time, at least if world. If you're on the other side of the world, I think it's already tomorrow. So then you've got to work on your tomorrow. What's going on in my world today is a lot of easy people who are privy to the deep, dark personal stuff knows that it's been a pretty crazy holiday weeks, should say, and technically still holidays because the kid still has today off for some reason. But I have the house to myself for us, as mom is gonna hang out with the little one and her best friend for a bunch of stuff, do some girl stuff. So a lot of it didn't get done throughout the last couple of weeks. In fact, in class, basically the whole month of December turned into a train wreck of things just falling apart. The biggest thing working on today in a few moments, I've got to do some catch up on the Welcome to Your Monday podcast and all that work. So if you follow us at the website, welcometoyourmonday.com, you see every Monday morning I send out a message that's usually about 3 to 5 minutes. We have a tweet or a short message that's the kind of the quick wisdom, as you will. And then we record a longer version, kind of explaining what, going deeper into the message there. That's going to happen with one for today and some makeup ones, if you will, going into the feed, working on that in the next couple of hours. Later in the afternoon, we're going to do our live broadcast, if you will. We're going to do a live presentation of my goal planning seminar, my goal planning process. And it's something that I have built into literally from scratch, some scrapes of other people's stuff, because that's how things are done. But essentially, finding the best pieces of what other people have done in the many goal setting processes that I've gone through, and putting a little extra spin onto it to make it really work and make you really put some work and thinking into it. So we'll go over today. It's actually 5 steps. When I teach it, step is a day, and that's how I taught it. I taught this radio. It may be a few tweaks from the radio to morning radio, but this is exactly how I taught it when I was the host of AM Talking Points on KAAY a couple of years back. Every single day was a bit and piece, because you're supposed to take your time in setting. It's the beginning of January, and the resolutions thing, something that pops up often, but we're not talking resolutions. We're talking about real goals, and something you can do anytime you get it in your mind that you've got to make a change. Anytime something has to be done. And this is not taking that immediate change popped in, because sometimes you see something, your life, if you will, that needs a change, but then you realize you can't actually change that one thing because there's all these other things in the way. It's like looking up at a tower, and the tower is supposed to have a blinking light, planes from flying into it, and a light goes out, and so that's something that needs to change. But before you can change that blinking light, you got to make sure you have another blinking light to replace it. You've got to actually find a way to get to the top of the tower safely. There's a lot of things that actually must be done to. So in order to make that action work, you might find out you have to work on something. If you're having health issues, you may have to work on smoking, as opposed to um, your weight loss, or something like that. It may be easier to work on one thing than another, which is exactly why this thing works the way it does. So we'll go into that later in the afternoon. Yes, I should have scheduled it. Yes, I should have had like a deadline time, but we're doing we're doing it kind of on the fly. We're taking the initiative to do a lot of things that I hadn't had a chance to do in quite some time, and we're just going to get it out there. And what we're going to do is clean it up and just repackage it for stuff going forward. About how you start, how you finish. We're going to get this thing done. We're going to see how it looks, and if trial run works well, we'll clean it up and send it out. Trial run doesn't work so well, we'll have a prototype to take a look at, and we'll tape something in a bit more glossy and professional, and go from there. It's not about the big start. It really is about the phenomenal finish and getting to the end. So along those lines, I've got some other podcasting and work stuff to catch up with. We had a relaunch of Ask Yourself This, which has not gone so well because things have been busy, trying to stay ahead of it and stay ahead of so many things. So that may not become the daily thing that we'd like it to do. We may just go ahead and scrap the. Although the idea was to have the sheet for every day ready to go, but it takes a lot of prep time ahead of time. So what we may end up just going with the essentially going with the 30-day journal ideas, and just producing the best ones and producing a journal from that, because we have plenty of to go back from there. I just thought I'd be able to do something to promote it with some live stuff here and keep it going. It's hard to do it when you're a mostly one-man operation. So if you want to help out the operation, you can offer up your hands and volunteer and let me know what it is you would like to get into, and I can let you know what how you can help. You can also help literally fund the operation. Go to patreon.com/J Cleveland Payne. And right now, I believe there's just two options there at, buy me lunch and buy me dinner. It's just, basically a $4 lunch or $5 lunch, because it was like the $5 foot long at the time, and like a $10 dinner. It's essentially just a one-time gift to go into the pot. And I'm going to work on actually setting up so it's more patronage things. I have separate setups for other projects that are actually, recurring things. You can also go to buymeacoffee.com/J Cleveland Payne, and you can buy me one individual coffee. Basically, that's asking for donations $4 at a time, and you can actually set that up as a recurring thing if you want to. If you think what I'm doing is worthy of that, check those out. Also, anytime I drop in, a feeler on things I have going on, yeah, there's for some sort of profit for me to keep things going. So if you believe it's worth a little bit, give what little bit I'm asking for. If you believe it's worth a lot more, I'm more than happy to discuss what I can do for you. And if you're looking for someone to, basically anyone looking for someone to help you get your year off right, decade off right, with some coaching, especially accountability coaching, because it's quick, it's simple, it's not very expensive. Uh, Reach out to me and we'll set that up. It's basically going over what your goals are, what your plans are, and honestly, just setting up a checklist of things to ask about, going through them on a periodic basis, make sure you're actually doing it, and then just lessons learned, and trying to give you things to try to help you get through some things. It doesn't necessarily take a genius to figure out how to get past things. It usually just takes someone to ask you the question aloud, and then you will answer the question that you've already have an answer for, already have things going on. Remember my first basic, and I believe my very best personal development program was you already have the answers. I wish I could bring that back in some glory, but basically, you already have the answers. You just have to ask the right questions, and the answers are already there ready for you. So always keep that in mind. That's the bulk of what I have going on today. And there's, other random things that may pop in, but it's a piece by piece thing. I appreciate anybody who check this thing out live, or checks this thing out on the replay. Give me any replies, any response, any comments you want to. Thumbs ups are awesome. Thumbs down, not so awesome. But if it's worthy of thumbs down, let me know, and let me know what I can do to fix it. You can see I have the. You'll see a little inside baseball stuff here. Have the camera light to give myself a little more light for the camera, and have the glasses on the head so I don't lose them. Because when you put them on, you get the rings reflected, and you do get in the eyeballs, but you don't get as much with the camera with the light I have. It's not a very expensive light. It's a little really clippy one. I've got going on here. So thank you very much for joining me for this time. As you said, I'm going to start recording some Welcome to Your Monday stuff. If you follow that on Facebook or Twitter, you'll see it come through your feed in a few hours. If otherwise, check out the website, welcometoyourmonday.com. It is a quick bit of motivation every single Monday, something that's quick and easy to take in, and then you listen to the podcast and it goes deeper into the ideas behind it. It's something that it's going on. I have to actually check. I think it's 5 years old. Um, that check today. It's one of those things that was created to kind of keep going and going and keep going and going. So I believe it's 5, maybe 6 years old at this point. Probably 6. I had 4 books written for it. So check out welcometoyourmonday.com and see what's going on. In a few hours, we're going to do some catch up on that one. Also catching up some other things as well. One more time, if you believe what we got going on is worth keeping going on, help a brother out. Patreon.com/JClevelandPayne, buymeacoffee.com/JClevelandPayne, or the very, very simple thing is just tell me I'm doing a good job. Thumbs up or awesome. Tell me what I'm not doing that could do better. Thumbs down, not as awesome, but they also are sort of cool because you know what to work on. I've got to get to work. I only have a few hours in some batches where I don't have little girls running around the house. So I got to use the quiet while I can. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here and making it this far. Some people didn't get up this morning. Some people woke up and didn't have the capacity to get themselves out of bed. So, number one, congratulations on doing that much, getting up, getting after it. And so now go out there, whether you believe today is going to be great or not so great, do your best to turn it more on the greater side than the not so great side. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.